Throwback to the 3rd of February 2022. Good morning, everyone, and it's now 9:45 and I have arrived at South Park. I was actually gonna go to Fulham Palace first, but then I saw on Google Maps that we will actually walk past South Park, and then I saw on the website that South Park is actually quite pretty. So I'm gonna fly my drone here and I'm gonna let you guys know about the history of this park. South Park opened in March 1904 on land that had previously been known first as Broom Farm and then Southfields Farm. It is the only farming land in Fulham that still remains as an open space. On its opening, the park was described in the local newspaper as possessing 20 acres. Cricket, tennis, plus other open-air games were offered, and there was a bandstand, refreshment pavilion, ladies and gentlemen's lavatories, and a shelter. I swear I didn't see any of this when I was in South Park. During the First World War, land in the park was given to allotments, and in the summer of 1915, it was one of the local training grounds for the Free Fulham Brigades of the Royal Field Artillery, raised by the Mayor of Fulham. For the Second World War, the council's own naval force initially dug the trenches in the park. Subsequently, full air raid shelters were built. The entrance was located where the present cricket pavilion is situated. Is it this one? And some of the park was again converted to allotments after the war. There were a series of ad hoc and generally unsympathetic alterations, and in more recent years, the park steadily deteriorated due to vandalism and inadequate maintenance. This was partly because Hammersmith and Fulham Council, like many other local authorities, abandoned its parks department and spread responsibility across several departments, with the result that there was no overall control or vision for the park. South Park became the borough's Cinderella Park. Oh, there's also this Ecology garden. There's also a children's playground here. There is also a Walnut tree cafe here. So I'm now inside the Hurlingham Park, and I realized this park actually has a car park, and it is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So I'm gonna find a quiet place to fly my drone, and I will tell you the history of this park. The area now occupied by the park once belonged to the Hurlingham Club, which was originally a pigeon shooting club. In 1874, the club expanded its sporting interests to include polo, which soon became the club's specialty. The last polo match at the Hurlingham Club took place in 1937. In 1942, about 9 acres of the polo ground were leased to Fulham Borough Council as allotments. In 1951, this land and the pony stables were then brought by London County Council for use as a park. Hurlingham Park has undergone several changes since then. The stables on the eastern side became a bowling green, paddling pool, and children's playground, while the polo ground became a sports field with running track, cricket and football pitches, and tennis courts. So I originally wanted to find out why Hurlingham Park is called Hurlingham Park, but I wasn't able to find any information about that. However, I did find a website that had a lot more information about the history of this park. So now I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about the history. The main gate of this park, believed to have been constructed in 1740 from a natural creek in the River Thames. There is no historical evidence of Capability Brown's reported involvement in its design. The lake was originally in the grounds of Mulgrave House to the northwest of the lake itself, where Captain Cook is reported to have stayed on a regular basis. Actually, I want to Google if Mulgrave House still exists or not. 1 second. So the house is searchable on Google, but it says it's in Leeds. So I guess the one in London has been demolished. So I don't know. If anyone knows, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. Mulgrave House was demolished in 1927. Oh, you don't need to let me know. But then, so did they build a new one in Leeds? Why though? In 1928, a disastrous flood saw the lake rise and over 6 feet of water flood in the grounds, where it even reached the clubhouse. Boards inscribed it can be seen in different parts of the grounds, recording the flood levels. The lake now acts as a reservoir for irrigation, and the club has recently sunk 2 boreholes to feed it. It is an important location for wildlife, local and visiting fowl, including snipe and little egrets from nearby Barnes Wetland Center. Okay, anyways, continuing on to the history. Sadly, the 20-foot fountain in the lake was not working at the time of our visit, and a pair of coots had taken the opportunity to build a nest over it. Oh, by the way, I am reading this information from a blog, so I will link it down below. Apparently, there was also a herbaceous border there. It was originally in the grounds of Hurlingham House, but was relocated in 1990 when a new fitness center was built. Everything was moved to a new south-facing wall. Beyond the herbaceous border, there is a magnificent walk leading to the main house, where a beautiful set of bronze dolphins entwine on a fountain outside the refreshment rooms. I didn't see any of this. I feel like I just saw one part of the park, maybe. Oh my gosh, the park is so small. It's literally this small. Oh, there's a place called the Fulham Pottery here, but it looks closed. Oh, there's an All Saints Church here. I did not know that, but to be honest, I've been to too many churches now. All the churches look the same to me. So I arrived at the Fulham Palace, and there are some botanic gardens, and there is a museum and historic rooms. So I think I'm gonna go to the botanic garden first because I feel like it's gonna rain, even though BBC said it's not gonna rain today. So this is the walled garden. It is literally this small, and it says on the sign that in the winter times it opens at 10:15 till 3:45, and then in the summertime it opens from 10:15 until 5 p.m. According to the worker here, the whole of this garden is a botanic garden, and then oh, I didn't realize February is spring. Like I thought spring was in March. So and then there's another part of the walled garden I haven't seen. Oh, this is way prettier. Oh, I see. Actually, it's the same place. It's the same thing, but I just haven't been to this area yet. I think this is the Fulham Palace, so I think I'm gonna fly my drone here.
So I actually really wanted to find out why Fulham's called Fulham. So I found out that the word originates from Old English, with Fulla being a personal name and hem being land, Hammond, and by water or marsh, or a river meadow. So Fulla's Hammond and land, it is spelled Fulham in the 1066 Doomsday Book. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing this all wrong, but I don't know any Old English. So, yeah. But it was really interesting to find out that in recent years there has been a great revival of interest in Fulham's early history, largely due to the Fulham Archaeological Rescue Group. This has carried out a number of digs, particularly in the vicinity of Fulham Palace, which showed that approximately 5,000 years ago, Neolithic people were living by the riverside and in other parts of the area. Excavations have also revealed Roman settlements during the 3rd and 4th centuries. Actually, what's Neolithic people? I'm gonna let you guys know now, so sorry if you guys know, but I wanna find out. So the Neolithic period started in 10,200 BC, arising from the Natufian culture when pioneering use of wild cereals evolved into early farming. Oh, so were Neolithic people basically like farmers? If you are a Neolithic expert, can you comment down below to let me know? So, anyways, the site of Fulham Palace has always been very important, and its location is actually next to River Thames, which drew a lot of ancient travelers and settlers back in the day. And during the Bronze Age, Fulham was a farmland, and the palace have found evidence of this peaceful life until the early Iron Age, around 300 BC. And then somehow everything disappeared. If you want to find out more, I will leave a link of where I got this information in the description box below.
So this is the main entrance of the palace. I'm gonna go in now.
I just realized they reopened on the 12th of June 2019. So I actually walked past lots of graveyards before arriving here, but I didn't film it because obviously don't film graveyards. But I realized why there were so many is because 11 bishops of London were buried at this church. So the Fulham Palace was home to the Bishop of London, and he was involved in running the country. So I learned that Henry Compton was a major figure in Stuart England, and he has been suspended in Bishop of London when the Catholic of King James II was on the throne.
Compton's duty was basically to concentrate on the garden at Fulham Palace, and it's likely that he used the time to conspire against the king.
And he was one of the 7 prominent Englishmen who wrote to William, Prince of Orange, and urging him to crown with his wife Mary. The king protested daughter, and he lived until the age of 82, which is really good for that time. So John Bannister was a botanist and cleric. He would send these things to Henry Compton, who lived in North America, I think. And also, I learned that There used to be loads of renowned gardens, such as George London's garden. However, we've lost all these gardens as they were swept away by the craze for the more natural landscape style pioneered by Capital Brown. Oh my god, this is what coins used to look like. This in the Roman period. That was so interesting to find out. And these are some archaeology stuff that are here during the Roman period. Apparently, this means health and good luck. So, pipe smoking is the oldest form of tobacco smoking, and all these over here are pipes. So these were the things that were found in Bishop Hawley's room, and I realized you used to have to pay for the palace, and it used to open from 2 to 7 p.m., but now it opens from 10 to 4:30 in winter times, and in summertime 10 till 5. So the plant pots used to look like this, and then this belonged to Henry Compton. He used it to display his exotic plants. So Fulham Palace was used by Bishop of London's until the 16th century, and then in the 18th century they started decorating the palace. So this was Bishop Sherlock's room, and I think I might take a photo here. Oh, did he used to play piano? So I found out Bishop Sherlock didn't actually play the piano. And this piano is actually used now, so they would hire pianists to come and play on this piano on the weekends, I guess. And basically, that is Bishop Sherlock Holmes. And I realized most of these bishops, they worked for around 30 years. Yeah, I think Bishop Sherlock also worked on these ceilings. This is the Tudor Great Hall, and there are loads of paintings here, all drawn by famous artists. And I think there's a Tudor courtyard there. And because today is weekday, the library isn't open. I'm gonna go to the cafe now because it's like 1:30. So I ordered this fish pie and roasted veg salad, and these are the options that you get here. So my lunch actually came together as £8. I nearly missed this Bishop Terrace drawing room, and I just finished my lunch. It's now 2:30, and I'll let you know if I read anything interesting. What? So Fulham used to be a drug dealing place? I thought you had to be really rich to live in Fulham because I researched about Chelsea. Oh, so Hammersmith and Fulham area used to have lots of different faiths, backgrounds, and beliefs. So there are people who are really rich here, and also families living on the borderline. Oh, so this is the Tudor courtyard. I'm gonna take a photo here. Oh wow, there's a beautiful Gothic lodge here as well. I want to take a photo here. So Bishop Park is right next to Fulham Palace, and it has 19 places. Oh no, there are some turtles here. That's cute. It's in the children's playground. This is the Lake Ridge and picnic area. I might take a photo here as well. Ooh, there's like a little pond there as well. There's a statue here as well. Actually, do you know what? I'm gonna fly my drone here because I realized this is a nice photo taking spot as well, because there's like a reflection on the river. There's a bridge that I didn't see just now. So, and I tried to use a tripod and it didn't work. So, and there's these pampa grasses.
No, this is authorization zone, so I can't actually fly my drone here. Oh well, that's what happens when you travel on your own. Huh? This is the end of the park. Well, then I think I'm gonna head back to Fulham now because today I just wanted to introduce Fulham to you guys. So, yeah, I am probably gonna end this vlog here.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends. Bye!